Welcome back. Time now for the Law and You segment sponsored by Gig and Giancola. We've got attorney Michael Gig and Chris Giancola.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Yes, rousing endorsement from the little one.
I know.
I love it.
Love it, yes. We've got quite a few questions coming in. I think our last conversation stirred up some folks out there and got them a little curious.
Yeah.
Chris, though, we're gonna tackle a question for you today because both of you kind of approach different parts of the law at the practice. What do you typically specialize in?
I do a lot of personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security, disability.
And Mike?
Yeah, I do a lot of our estate planning, real estate matters, some other just kind of civil matters. So I kind of focus in those areas.
Yeah, and that's right. People can submit questions, write in, ask them, and these kind of things get the conversation going, get people kind of pique their interest, and maybe they've got certain questions on certain things that you specialize in. Today we've got one. Now, I'd heard about this. You said it's not the most fun topic.
No,
but
it is not a fun topic.
The Paul Miller Law.
Yes, but it's a very serious topic, and it's changed the law in Pennsylvania actually pretty drastically about cell phones and using mobile devices in a car. So, Paul Miller's Law, I actually had to do a little bit of research on this because I wondered, why is it called the Paul Miller's Law? So Paul Miller was a 21-year-old college student, and he was on his way to college July 5th, 2010, and a driver across the median in a tractor trailer went to grab his cell phone, lost control of the tractor trailer, hit him in a head-on collision and killed him. His mom then, for the last 10, 15 years, was an advocate going around Pennsylvania trying to work and get people to do new distracted driving laws in Pennsylvania. And that finally was passed and went into effect in June of 2025. So this statistic I thought was insane, Morgan. There were 11,200 distracted driving cases in PA in 2023. There were only 8,330 DUI alcohol-related crashes. So this is a bigger problem than driving under the influence in Pennsylvania and probably across the entire United States. So this law, which went into effect in June, says you cannot get your cell phone out, you can't use it, you can't look at it, even at stoplights, all right? And it's a primary offense, meaning that the police officers can pull you over if they see it happen. Now, it's just a warning for the first year. Then it's going to be a $50 fine, plus court costs and everything else. So probably all said and done, it'll be about $150. But the real kicker is that if you cause an accident, and it's a serious enough accident that it's a homicide by vehicle accident, and you're charged with this distracted driving, Paul Miller Law, you can get an additional 5 years in prison because of that. Now, you can use your cell phone for GPS navigation. You can use all of the Bluetooth connectivity stuff in your car, but here's the deal. Back before this law was in effect and everything, you saw everybody at red lights texting or looking at things, checking their schedules and stuff like that. That is not allowed anymore. So everybody in PA, we got to get used to that.
Because it was nothing to look over and see someone.
Oh, right.
And so you're saying you can even just get pulled over just for that?
Correct. It's a primary offense. And if you're at a stoplight and the police officer sees you texting away, bang, they can light you up, and next year you'll be fined. Right now it's just a written warning, but next year you'll be fined $50.
Crazy to think, too, you're talking 2010 that this happened, and just the advocacy that the mom, probably going lobbying and...
Yes, yeah, that's how long, unfortunately, it takes for laws and for people to change. And part of this new law also, because this impacts my life. My son's going to be turning 16 next year at the beginning of the year, and as part of this law, he has to have specialized training in distracted driving, which is good for younger kids.
Oh my goodness, because it's such a temptation, especially with the younger generation. You're right, grabbing that phone, right? It's chilling, especially when you're saying that's 5 years in prison. But you gotta take that penalty serious.
Yes, absolutely. They want to try to stop all these accidents from happening.
Okay, because I knew this was a newly affected law.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for breaking it down for us. Interesting
problem.
stuff. If people want to reach out to the practice of a course and, get some legal advice, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, call us at 946-1606 or through our website at gig-law.com.
All right. Keep submitting those questions. We're going to get to some more Studio 814.